Bhatia. I'm from Mumbai, and I have done this project with the low socioeconomic community, which is developing awareness in low socioeconomic community regarding sustainable family development through storytelling methods. So we have used the story telling different methods. So first we see what is sustainable family development. The family, we all know that a fundamental unit of society is a basic unit, and whatever we do, whatever happens in the society, it starts with the family. So family is responsible for any change. The family is any change is supported, opposed, encouraged, or any resistance for the change is shown by the family. So it is a very important unit for the sustainable development. It's a primary unit. And how this sustainable family development is possible. Now, there are three pillars of sustainable development which is related to family, which is social equity in the family or in the society, economic viability, and environmental conservation. So all these three things are important for the sustainable family development. Next, please. Now, why do we need to live a sustainable life? I'm not taking much on the environment because so many people have already spoken on that. So my interest is on the socio-cultural aspect of the sustainable life, particularly now at looking at the present time where the is uncertain and there are so many individualistic values are coming up and lot of tensions are there. So family is disorganized, disintegrated. There's moral corruption, particularly the loss of human values and loss of human capital. Many people are suffering from mental issues, and all this affect the childhood, which is now a very challenging time for the parents to raise a normal child in today's society. So my focus is on the socio-cultural aspect of the sustainable life. Next, please. Yeah. Now this is just a figure. I just read the that India rank as 170, 117 or 117th in the index with overall score of 61.92. So we are just one step before the Pakistan, which is not very good. Agar if we see the sustainable index. And the government of India is taking a lot of efforts in for the sustainability. The objective which is given by the Prime Minister of India, Shri Narendra Modi, is a collective effort and inclusive growth, which focus on poverty elimination, gender equality, food security, housing, environmental sanitation, and resilient infrastructure. Now, particularly for the housing and environmental sanitation, lot of work have been done, and the government is doing lot of work for under the PM housing scheme, where the subsidy is given for building a house, and same for the toilets. So this work is taken up by the government seriously, and many families are benefited because of this. Next, please. Yeah, this is the ecological footprint of India. As we all know, that India is a densely populated, hugely populated country with a population of 138 billion, which is the third heavier ecological footprint in the world. So it's natural that we are concerned about the ecological footprint we are leaving, and of the resources we are having, the limited resources. So this is a matter of concern for the Indian government and for the people. Yes. Yes, next, please. Yeah, this is the Indian scenario right now for the social and familial concern. There's an imbalance in resource use. There's a lot of diversity. Diversity, like we are in a diverse country. There are many people living here. It's a multilingual, multicultural. But still, there are diversity in the resource use. Some people are very rich. Some people are just so rich they have a lot of money to spend at their disposal. But some people are so poor that their basic needs are not satisfied. So there is imbalance. And the next is like shortage of space. This is a challenging thing for the Indian situation. The people are living in a very closely living spaces with naturally if the space is not adequate, so there are unhygienic situations, and because of this there are increasing competition, crime, particularly family disorganization, marital dissolution, poor family climate, and all these children behavioral issues. These all are the concern particularly for the families living in metro cities, in a city like Mumbai, where people are staying in slum areas. So such situations are alarming and challenging. Yes, next please. Yeah, this is a project which I have taken up on developing awareness in community members. So this is a participatory project where the community members were also participating. Our target was low socioeconomic community of Mumbai city. Low socioeconomic community, I would say the slum area of Mumbai city, which is high, densely populated. And mostly the people were semi-literate, working class population, working in unorganized sector or small-time vendors, uh, or in manual workers. Most of the families, as we have done the baseline survey also, so we found out just what the baseline survey was done to find out the needs of the community and what are the issues they have. So most of the families have family issues, substance abuse, particularly the alcoholism, and the issues like domestic violence and debts and financial issues. So these the issues were major for the families residing in that area. The objectives with which we start our project was to develop awareness among community members for sustainable living through storytelling methods, and to plan and conduct. Uh, Go to previous one, please. Yeah, to plan and conduct series of easy activities, which is participatory and approach, to develop understanding and skills in community members regarding family sustainability to improve their life standards and quality. Now, this is very important that the members should know that they have to lead a sustainable life and it is for their good. So that these objectives, we started the project. Yes, next please. Yeah. Now, the model was prepared based on the storytelling methods. Now, three pillars were focused: family social development, environmental development, and now these duration were 3 months. We have taken up the project for 3 months only. So it is not a long-term project. It's a short-term project. And every Sunday and public holiday, because we have holiday on Sunday and the people are also free from their work, and also we prefer going on Sunday and public holidays. And the project was taken up in the month of October last year, and which continued till the December. So October to December 2019, we had a project going on. The community people, now how we execute this project, the community people were informed, and before that we have taken the permission from the local political leader, because you cannot enter in the slum area of Mumbai unless you have a permission from the local political leader. So we took the permission from the local leader, and then we so the same permission was taken from the community leaders also, the people who are influential in the community. So only then we got the cooperation from the people. So community people were invited to meet at a regular spot in the local area to listen to the stories related to sustainable development. Now, why wait, just thank you. So why we use this storytelling method only? Because stories, we all know, are an effective medium to generate interest, catch hold of attention, and they have a power to transform ideas, habits, particularly, and develop positive possibility of constructive change in the people. So storytelling we took just because we were focusing on the illiterate people, semi-literate people. So this was the best medium we could think of. Instead of giving them other methods, we could think of storytelling. And this is something which was very innovative from our side. We have not done this thing before with any of my projects. So this we have taken up. It's a challenging thing, but we enjoyed it a lot. So we have taken up the storytelling methods for developing awareness. Next, please. Yeah. So we have taken stories, verbal stories, written stories in the form of booklets. We have prepared booklets from our own side. We have students have prepared the booklets. and they prepared the visual charts with illustrations narrating a story. Or and we have done the street play also. Street play, as in India, it is called Nukkad Natak, and that's a very popular medium. It's a very famous medium and very effective medium for generating awareness. So we have done street play on various issues like female infanticide or domestic violence, alcoholism, and many issues were taken up during the street play. So similarly, we have the young children in the community. So we focus on their this puppet stories, finger puppet stories, pop-up story books, and they enjoyed it a lot. And the message was well received by these children. Language, we kept Hindi and the regional language of Maharashtra, which is Marathi, so that the people could understand what we are saying. Parallel sessions were conducted. At the same time, two sessions were we were taking for adults and young children. So we focus on three major categories: family social development, where we focus on relationship, particularly the husband-wife relationship or relationship with in-laws. Many families are breaking down due to the, poor relationships. So we focus on the relationship health and particularly balanced diet. The people were poor, so they are not aware about the balanced diet or nutritional aspect of the food. Interpersonal skills, communication skills, conflict resolutions. For the economic development, apart from all, we were focusing on the debt avoidance. You know that the slum area people are more into like borrowing money for small things. So in general, collectively, they have lot of money on their head to pay back. So we were focusing on the debt avoidance. We were focusing on resistance to drugs and alcohol, which is a very common problem in slum areas particularly. Then the environmental development, we focus on food preservation, we focus on the energy conservation, we focus on kitchen garden areas. And for the kitchen garden area, I would say that the people were very forthcoming in this. The people like the idea of growing their own vegetable, and we have provided them the small pots also, and other material, the soil, the fertilizer, the other things we provided them, so that they could go grow their leafy vegetables or tendril vegetables. So that was the three areas. These areas were covered in the storytelling. Yes, next please. Yeah. So this is just the pictures of the project. This was the survey conducted by the students. They go door to door and they ask questions. They fill the form so that we could know what are their needs. And yes, next please. And this is the storytelling session. Yeah. This is a storytelling session. On the left side, you could see that the people, the females are sitting, the children are sitting. And on the right side, you could see that there is a street play. And this is street play going on, and where they enacted a role and they play a street Nukkad Natak kind of thing, where they raise the issue of domestic violence or dowry system or many things. So that was the focus. So we could reach them through their own ways where they could understand the message clearly. Next, please. Yeah, this is for the children. This is the puppet drop and drop background, and this is the puppet, and this is the children where there's a local school, community school. So we generally go there, and on the weekdays we go there, or on Sundays also we call the students over there, and we conducted this puppet story session with them. And this is all about my project. Now I conclude that, I conclude that what I found out from my experience, the storytelling method is generating lot of interest among the community members, particularly if they are illiterate or semi-literate. Participation is more numbers during during storytelling sessions, particularly from the men. I would say I was not getting much participation, but from the women and the young children, they were eager to listen to the stories. So whenever we had a session, they come in full strength, both the women and the young children. And it is observed through feedback sessions. So after the project, after finishing the 3 months project, we took the feedback also. And it is very pleasant to know, and we are so glad to share this, that the message regarding family sustainability was well received by the family members, particularly the women. They understood about lot of things. They understood about the, saving money, about income generating activities. They understood about food conservation. The message was well received by the women, and we strongly believe if the women receive the message well, the family improves, the family life improves. The project was funded by our college management, so we could not continue it more than 3 months. And but we are definitely planning to undertake the same project with the middle income level community groups, or we continue with the slum area also. But we would have started, but this COVID situation is forcing us not to take any project community at the community level. But definitely, when we finish, when everything is settled down, we start up this same project on sustainability. So this is about my project.